Hey, how you doing? This is Adam Post, publisher of more than 1,000 comic books and marketing expert, analyzing some strange reviews on Rotten Tomatoes for the new Little Mermaids movie. Okay, look, I haven't seen this movie yet. It may be the best movie ever made. It may be the Godfather of mermaid movies, but a 94% audience score when the critics score, and you know the critics are doing whatever it is they can to try to help out Disney. They always do that. Disney has great friends over at Rotten Tomatoes, but I mean a 94% audience score as if they absolutely love The Little Mermaid. There's nothing they could do wrong. I'm a little bit of a mermaid expert as well. I actually did do a Mermaids Universe comic book at epicmermaids.com. You can check it out. But I am pro mermaid, nothing against Halle Berry. I do think that making a remake and doing the whole race swapping thing, I mean, even that is a little bit like, well, why do you need to do that? It is something that Disney feels they need to do at every possible turn. Ethan Van Sciver put out another post today showing that it really is odd. Every redheaded character, be it in comics, animation, whatever it is, for some reason does get reimagined as a black character, and this is sort of just keeping with that tradition. I don't really understand why. I don't know what Disney's trying to do here, but consistently they do seem to do it. That Star Wars girl also handled this, talking about how, again, for China, they changed the marketing for one of their black characters featured in one of their films. This is the marketing poster for The Little Mermaid in China. In the United States, it's nothing like that. This is the normal marketing poster for The Little Mermaid in the United States. You can see the skin color of the character, and fine, if you want to race swap the character, whatever. Disney, it's up to you. Do what you want to do. Hopefully it sells you a lot of tickets. Is it though? Is it going to sell a lot of tickets? We're going to look at some of these audience scores. You tell me what you think, because people do make actual specific comments, and you can see verified audience, and you can see where their comments are and kind of decide, does this seem legitimate or not? Before we get into all this, please be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Give me a thumbs up. Really appreciate you guys. From Raquel, oh my God, this movie is so good. I recommend going see it. Okay, so she's verified. She's got 5 stars. From Erica, very well done. That's a tough movie to recreate. For live action, it was perfect. From Elijah, incredibly done. Music and color coming together to produce a beautiful piece. Brings a smile to those of all ages. From Jones, best movie I ever saw. It gave me chills. Again, it's the Godfather of mermaid movies. Halle Berry is a phenomenal talent, and the film was pure fun. The reviews I've seen of this have said that her singing was great. So I'm sure her singing is fantastic. From Cheryl J, cinematography and graphics were outstanding. Underwater scenes were especially imaginative. Especially imaginative? Yes, especially. So if you look at what their top critics are saying, here's some of the criticism from top critics. Here are some of the more critical comments from their top critics registered with Rotten Tomatoes. All of this added material is superfluous and dramatically inert. Every extra minute feels like a betrayal of the original in which not a word was wasted. From Matthew Lacona, part of that world of lazy remakes, alas, at least Sebastian the Crab is still fun. Jake Wilson says, racist weirdos aside, this new The Little Mermaid is even less imaginative than you'd expect from one of the live action remakes Disney now grinds out relentlessly. Danny Lay, frankly, this Ariel could do better. From Richard Whitaker, this remake just sort of treads water, buoyed up by the excellence of the original. From Adam Graham, it's flat, dramatically vacant, and visually inert, with a lead performance that's all too closely resembling a fish out of water. It's pretty harsh. Wesley says, it reeks of obligation and noble intentions, joy, fun, mystery, risk, flavor, kink, they're missing. Kink. The movie's saying, we tried not to offend, appall, challenge, imagine. From Leela, Halle Berry's charms can't distract from all the bizarre choices at the heart of this underwhelming live-action remake. There's criticisms of it being a remake. I mean, these are their certified critics, but why this seems to be something that has a 94%, a 94% audience score? Is it really the same? Let's do a quick refresh. Yes, 94% audience score. I mean, Disney does have some friends over at Rotten Tomatoes. There are executives at Rotten Tomatoes that used to work for Disney. It does help them a little bit. Let's see what Carla says. The Little Mermaid origin story lacks room for this more feminist take. It simply is not deep enough. From Aisha Harris, my nostalgia for the 1989 Little Mermaid, a movie I can quote by heart, has probably never been stronger than it is now. Neither has my wearied sense of deja vu. From A.A. Dowd, occasionally the familiar pleasure of this fish out of water story cuts through the murky execution like a trinket catching a ray of moonlight while sinking to the sea floor. And Justin Chang slams them with this. What's on screen too often feels like a wan second-rate imitation, and the very few differences seem motivated less by a spirit of imagination than one of joyless anxiety. Now, there are also a couple of other critical reviews from the verified users, so let's see what this says. Critical reviews from the verified audience, let's look at a couple of those because those read as real. For example, here's one that's not real. Jonathan Leadham says, best live-action Disney movie ever, with 18 exclamation points to accentuate his point. Denise critically says, main actress lacked charisma, no romantic chemistry between leads, good choice of Melissa McCarthy as Ursula, and Javier Bardem as Triton. That sounds real-ish, when they're critical of it. You'd look for some 4 stars maybe, like maybe people can give them 4 stars. Okay, here's from Miracle, which is a fantastic name. Absolutely amazing. The whole cast did incredible. I will be seeing this many more times in theaters and getting the DVD. Really? They still make DVDs? Yeah, they still do. Ariana says, not as accurate to the original as I was expecting. Definitely overhyped, not too entertaining. Brittany says, it was everything and more, so beautiful I could not stop watching. This is a wonderful movies. I don't know what language Brittany is talking about, but it doesn't really seem like English. Hugo R says they liked the full movie. All right, so it may not be that people understand English when they are writing these comments. That said, it does seem a little bit like some of these are AstroTurf. That is a system where Disney is utilizing shills, people that will actually go out and promote their movie for them. Obviously, Rotten Tomatoes scores are very important. People do look at those before they go see the movies. These movies, for them to be blockbusters, for them to make $1 billion or $700 million, $800 million, for them to make a lot of money, they need people to go tell their friends and then go and see the movie more than once. But if people don't go and see the movie, they can't then go see it a second time or a third time. So it's very important for them to build whatever kind of positive momentum they can for the movie. They also know that there is this woke Disney agenda forcing them to do things, as Ethan says, to prioritize turning redheads into black characters and reimagining characters with all kinds of race swaps because somehow it's important to the people at Disney. It's not something that benefits the business at all. It's just something that they love to do. They have to keep doing it. As that Star Wars girl, Anna, points out, Disney has often, for China, hidden their black characters. They hid Black Panther behind an extra mask. They hid Finn out of Star Wars by making him, not even on the poster. It's kind of amazing. This is how they operate in China. But to even talk about all the race swapping is supposedly racist, and that Star Wars girl makes this point. Definitely check her out on YouTube. She has an amazing channel. She's a lot of fun to follow. All right, let me know what you think of all this in the comments below. Do these reviews seem legitimate to you? Do you think a 94 audience score really represents the audience's reviews of this movie? Or do you think somehow Disney has arranged, probably for not very much money and not very much calling in of favors, to get a little bit of an extra boost that seems a little bit unrealistic? Would love to see what you have to say in the comments below. Always appreciate your comments. Please be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click the bell for notifications, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again soon with another video. And if I don't see you, I will miss you.